All right, guys, the 5 GB DAG is upon us.
Switch that V6 for the EV, ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip ice water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world of makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been, could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate, we need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can't say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. Ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all
All right, guys, what's going on? So we are about, let me just take a quick peek here. 11:27. We're about 20 minutes away, 22 minutes away from the 5 GB DAG file about to hit Ethereum. So we're just going to refresh this to get back to where we're at. So I have a poll going on to see how much hash rate you guys think is going to fall off of Ethereum. Looks like we have 30% hanging out at won't notice. We have 39% hanging out at 50 to 100 terahash. 17% are saying 100 to 200, and 14 believe 300 plus terahash. That's insane. You know, obviously it would be nice if we saw that fall off, because then that means there's a lot more ASICs than we thought on the network, especially only at 5 gigabytes. And that would make all our GPU mining profits that much more. I'm going to let the poll run for a little bit longer, and we'll just do a quick roll call, see what we got going on. Some of you guys showed up fairly early. So we got Mr. Rud Putz. What's going on? Welcome. Welcome to the show. We got Tom Knockhart. Oh, Mr. Budweiser is in the house. We got a bunch of numbers with Kevin. I'm assuming that's how it is. Tom Knockhart. Wealth Talks. What's going on? Higgy, what's happening? Travelers Travels. Welcome. The Meg. Solo Para Music Logo. What's going on? Love you, Rabid. Hey, no, I love all you guys. We got the Meg. Oofer, what's happening? Scrolling through. Tech Man, thank you for showing up. What's going on? Shashuka Shah, the Pirate. A lot of you guys talking back and forth. I'll try not to mention you too many times. Backwards Miner, what's going on? Dennis Matovich. Matt Electron Engineering, what's going on? What's happening? What are you doing over there? I see you guys talk about like 3-phase power. Anthony Siana, Sebchap S, what's going on? Blown Fuse Garage, Fime Eckhart, Kryptonic, what's happening? Scrolled through, let's see, don't want to say. Balls Mining for People, what's happening over there? Oh, it just jumped on me. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. You can yell at me if I missed you, and I'll mention you. Crypto Ghosty, what's happening? I think I got everyone. Joe Land, hey, how's it going? I saw you just pop in there. So yeah, the 5 gigabyte DAG is upon us. Now, the main thing here is we're referring to is probably a lot of the Jazz miners, based on the previous video I dropped, which one was it? This one right about here, where the DAG does hit about 5 gigabytes. Based on your guys' comments, thanks for letting me know, but it seems like there's a bunch of Chinese 5 gigabyte 1060 GPUs or so. So we're going to see those fall off. We may already have potentially seen some of them fall off, but we're not sure until this hits. But I think the main focus is probably a lot on the Jazz miners. Now, the Jazz miners are 5. I also got a recent comment. In the working memory, it does say on the 520 mega hash versions that they are 5.2 full memory, which means working memory is 5 gigabytes, which is why I'm thinking we may only see a hash rate reduction on the Jazz miners moving after this 5 gig. They'll probably still be able to last on the network because they're so efficient, and Ethereum will probably remain the most profitable on it all the way to the bitter end. Again, we don't know for sure. The 420 mega hash versions, that's the X41C. I do not know the specific specifications of it. They have been losing hash rate for the past month and a half already, so they may have potential to fall off. But I'm really thinking the 520 mega hash versions will remain live. And what sucks is I can't test mine. Mine is down right now. It's broken. I have a control board being hot shotted into me from China, so it's obviously not going to be too much of a hot shot, because it has to, I don't know if it's going to get on a plane or not, or a boat, but it has to come from China, so it's not going to be very fast. I probably won't see this till next week. There's probably going to be a lot of videos out on, the performance of that. I may still do mine later on if you want to see me take a look at it, but the information will already probably most likely be available. In Silicon, A10 5 gigabytes and Jazz miners it for ASICs. Yes, there's the A10s, the 5 gigabytes, but I don't know what other ASICs. Remember, there's could be a whole bunch of ASICs we don't know about that's really hidden from consumers like us, residential miners. Only farms have them, but they're probably all sold off. We'll see some weird things on eBay potentially. I don't know, but be very careful. So that's how I'm predicting it. We can kind of look back also. So if we look at the DAG size calculator, one thing which is, at least for Jazz miners, because I do have one, just not working at the present moment in time. But they do fall off every epoch. So if we actually look back right when 511 hit, which was August 12th of at about 1851. So they do reset every epoch to reload the latest DAG size and everything and begin mining. And that takes about 34 minutes to do the whole process. We can look back to August 18th here or 12th here at about 1800. So that's about right in here, 1850. And here's a little dip between that hour. So we can see from 916 down to 909. So what is that? What's 6, 7, 9? That's about 7 terahash worth. But that's, you know, obviously that's not very much at all. But we are, you know, let me adjust my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Is this one better? This one better? That one, there we go. But look at that. So right here, 850 to 1950. So about an hour. It takes an hour, half an hour to ramp up. We do see a hash rate drop there from 916 terahash down to 909 terahash. That's probably all the jazz miners that are on the network. Now, we've seen a lot of these farms. There's racks and racks and racks and racks of this. So we can get an idea. There is so much hash rate on the Ethereum network. It is insane. So if this is all we see on the 5 gigabyte DAG, that's going to be insane. But we're going to have to wait, you know, a full 34, 35 minutes after the DAG actually comes into play. Because remember, it takes another 34 minutes once they reboot that DAG to actually be up and mining again. So it's going to be very interesting here to see how this plays out. See if anything changed in terms of the DAG size here. Let's go to 5 again. 11:23 now it's saying. So we're at 11:11 my time right now. I believe if you look at this, depending where you are, it should have your local time. But we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're about 11 minutes away from the DAG size hitting. And then all these jazz miners are going to begin their rebooting processes and so forth. So let's see what's going on in the chat. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys thinking is going on here? 150. Yeah, we got 169 viewers, guys. 48 likes. Smash that like button, guys. Hit it. Greatly helps out the channel. Push the video out. Maybe more people will join us and talk with us. CTN service, ETC, I think it will skyrocket to $300 to $350 at once. Very interesting concept. That'd be amazing if ETC really does explode. That'd be awesome. We really need some coin to really take it in. Now, if we look back at what was ETC or ETH actually? Let's take a look at the Ethereum price. Back in the day, I'll just make this a little bigger for you guys. We're going to look at the Ethereum price, CoinDesk, CoinMarketCap. Let's look at 2017. You know, what if we could see almost a repeat of 2017 happening across here? Let's go to all. So we're going to go back to here just to kind of get an idea of some prices. So here's the bull run or the bear market coming in. So ETC was like early 2017, around March or so, $50, which is where we're kind of hanging out on ETC right now. And it shot up to 1366. That would be insane if we had a potential chance of Imagine if ETC in the next bull run, 2025 or something, hit $1,366. That'd be insane. It would be able to accept all of the Ethereum's hash rate at this point. It would only be about as profitable as Ethereum currently is in the bear market, but that's a massive gain. So you know what? Is it possible? Maybe. I don't know. You know, wishful thinking. We hope something happens and takes place, but it's insane. I don't have my coin chart up. I'm going to bring that up right quick, so give me a second here. So Google Docs, we'll kind of look at this while we wait for this DAG to happen, just to get a feel of the other coins and how much they're actually paying out to the miners here in general. So let's bring this up. Sheets. We'll use my public one. Or no, we'll use my private one, so it doesn't get all messed up. But here's this sheet, and this is kind of giving us an idea of what these coins are paying out to miners in general. So if we adjust this down to this one, we can see right here. So this is all current prices right now. And we can see Ethereum is currently paying all of us GPU miners about $24.7 million. That's quite a bit of money. That's this bear run right now. And then I believe in the bull run, when I hit about whatever it was around 50, almost $60 million. That's insane how much it was. So we're looking over some prices where a single coin could potentially pay miners the same amount. And look at Flux. It needs to hit $900 to pay 24 million. So if Flux hits $900 in the next bull run, that means it will pay about the same amount as Ethereum currently is to all of its miners on the network. That's a massive price jump, guys. Think Flux will hit that? $2,800 is what Ergo has to hit with the emissions. Moving forward, we're only going to have an Ergo block reward in 2025 of about 12. It's going to need $2,800 to pay miners about 24 million. So you can kind of see what things are shaping up to look like. We need some heavily massive gains to at least be as profitable as the current bear market with Ethereum. That's insane just thinking about it, but that's just what things are looking like right now. We're not going to get too much into that. Maybe we'll talk about it later if you guys want to. We got to keep an eye on this DAG because it is right around the corner. 11:24 now. It's 11:16 my time. We're almost there. Let's jump back into here. See what's going on in the chat. You guys talk about anything? NB Miner is building Epoch 512 right now. Oh, really? Is it? Awesome. Okay. Good to know. Flux 2. Actually, we can look right at the Epoch. I believe the Epoch should be the same as that DAG increase. Where do I have that now? So, oh, Epoch 512. Let's just look at that. Yeah, they're like the same time. Give this a refresh. That's interesting. MB miners building it up already. So I wonder if the Jazz miners are starting to fall off at all yet. Yeah, 5 gigabytes. 11:24. I should have the block explorer up actually so we could actually see the exact block. Anyone on the block explorer? Tell us exactly what block we're currently on. Let me see if I have anything here. Ethereum blocks. Block 1533 was just found 48 seconds ago. And we need block height 15 million here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we need 15,360. So once 15,300,000. Oh, we hit it. According to this, it's been found. The DAG should have hit 1 minute ago. So yeah, MB Miner building that up should have went through. Miner stat is slightly delaying right now, guys. 1 minute ago, this block was hit. So we should right now, the 5 gigs should be in play. So it makes a lot of sense now that that is happening. 5 gig. This is still telling us 11:25, but the block has been mined. Interesting. So hash rate, anything going on? It's going to take a little bit of time for this to actually update. Let's just see. So we're hanging here. We're going to wait 10:10. This thing updates how often? Every 10 minutes after the hour. So we're going to pretty much have to wait for an hour to see what the ticker does on 2 miners here. But we're sitting at 915.24 terahash. The DAG has hit. The time is ticking. That's craziness. All right, what's going on, chat? Panic stations. Yeah, red alert, red alert. Do I have a red alert button? No, I don't, but I got this alert. I got that. That's not like the red alert, but it's an alert. Your Jazz miner just rebooted. Okay, Patrick's is just rebooted. It's very interesting to see if that. Which one do you have, Patrick? Do you have the 520 or the 420 mega hash version? Jazz miners are rebooting right now. So all the Jazz miners on the network that we're mining are now offline. We'll wait for those to reboot and see if they come back online. So Patrick, you're my go-to. As soon as your Jazz miner comes back online, let us know how it's doing because mine is down. Mine's dead. It's not working. Control board. I actually lit it on. Actually, I didn't light it on fire, but I popped it. It popped. Yours are all 520 megahash versions. Awesome. Tim just did Epoch at 5 gigabytes. All right. Yeah, they all hit. So the DAG is in. We have to wait about an hour or so for 2 miners and everything to reflect this. We got Mr. Patrick in the live chat. His Jazz miner is down. So when his comes back online, we'll get an idea on what it's hashing at, how it's doing, if it is still mining Ethereum. I do think it will still mine Ethereum. The 520 megahash versions. The 420s, yes, you did hear 420 automatic beats, but I don't know if those will fall off or not. Does anybody have a 420 megahash version in the live chat? Anybody at all? I'll buy your worthless Jazz miners for 100 each. They're going to be extremely efficient when it comes to ETC also. Speaking of ETC, we better take a look at what they're hanging out at currently. What are they sitting at? Just so we see if it bounces up or not. Because whatever does come off will probably go here. So we're at 31.41 terahash. Actually, it's saying 0.61. So I don't know. This might be like absolute current right now. And that just updates the slider. So I have to keep an eye on this. 31.61. I'm going to write this down. So ETC 31.61. All right, 31.61. Ethereum 915.24. I don't remember what it was at 2 seconds ago. 915. All right, so I got these two numbers written down so we can kind of follow this as it updates a little bit. Let's try refresh action. 30. Whoa, ETC is losing hash rate. What's going on? Oh, craziness. What's happening there? And we're still the same on Ethereum. ETC lost a little bit. You know, this is going the wrong way. Is people mining the wrong coins? Are they turning it off thinking something? What's happening here? Craziness. ETC hash rate has to go up. Jazz miner, don't tell people about ETC. I want cheap jazz miners. My Hive update fails. FML. Your Hive update failed? What? No. Well, how are you updating? You updating it through the console? Just Hive update? Or are you just doing like the update for, you know, the miners in general? Jazz miners might be cheap anyway and ETC doesn't go up. That's true too. If ETC doesn't do anything, remember, I don't expect crypto to hit any massive booms until about 2025. And I also don't think we've hit the bottom of the markets yet. If you haven't seen my video on that, be sure to check it out. But I really think the bottom's not going to come in till probably December, January-ish of, you know, coming up at the end of the year here, start of next year. That's when I think the bottom will actually happen. So it's going to be interesting. I did stablecoin up a bunch of my ETH and stuff about 5-6 days ago. And hopefully I did the right thing. I may have done the wrong thing. I probably did the wrong thing because if something happens to the merge, then obviously ERC20 stable coins are going to be broken. So that would suck. Can the jazz miners mine UBIC? What? You know what? Let's have a look at this. ASIC miner value. Let's have a look. What algorithm is UBIC on? I'm not 100% sure, but if we want to check out jazz miners, we'll go to here. Let's look at the X41Q. This thing is amazing. Oh, some people have this. Let's just look at it. It's 5 gig also. They're releasing this thing with 5 gig and it's brand new. Makes 0 sense. But they should have put 6 or something into it. But anyway, regardless, the coins it can mine are... Why doesn't it have the coins here? That is weird. All right, we're going to have to pick a different one. X41U. To have all the... Here we go. It's UBIC right there. Ethash. Huh. I have not tried mine. I have not tried any of the Ipollos on any Ethash coins. But in theory, because they mine the Ethash algorithm, it should be able to mine UBIC. So obviously they still say Ethash here. We do know ETC is ETC hash. It is not Ethash. It's a separate algorithm. You will need firmware updates on most miners, not the jazz miners. It's built in already. You can swap back and forth. And then we also got Music Coin here. We got Pearl. We got Ethergem. We got Callisto and Quirk Chain. So these are other options that ASICs do have. Again, I haven't tried it to test it out. Also, guys, I don't know if some of you heard about this, but Conflux. Yes, Conflux, a GPU mineable coin, is up in the air. They have their EIP. It's not an EIP, it's CIP or whatever they have it called. But they're looking into a potential fork to move to Ethash, which means if they do that, that opens up the floodgates for more Ethash ASICs to mine Conflux and eliminating yet another GPU mineable coin to these super efficient monsters. So, no, very interesting, crazy stuff going on in the future here. But yeah, what's up? Hey, what's going on, Danny Works? What's happening? Does Ledger Wallet support Flux? I am not sure yet. I imagine eventually they probably will. I do believe Ergo, I know it's not related to Flux, but Ergo through Nautilus Wallet does support Ledger. At least it says it does, and it's not implemented yet. I haven't tried it yet, but they are at least getting Ledger support. I imagine Flux will at some time, but I don't know if Flux actually has any type of Ledger support currently. And there's a big thing up there. I plan on doing a couple videos here. I do have a Ledger Nano X, a Ledger Nano S, and a Trezor. And I'm going to kind of go through those wallets. Now, there is a difference that it may be a deal breaker for some of you guys for hardware wallets. If you're unfamiliar with a hardware wallet, that's like your vault of crypto. Your keys are offline, and it's like the safest way to store your crypto. But a Ledger, their software is closed source. So that means you can't third-party audit it or anything. That has to be like within and stuff. It's still allegedly obviously one of the safest wallets out there, but closed source is a deal breaker for a lot of people. Now, the Trezor wallet, on the other hand, it can link to wallets like Exodus, which I really enjoy Exodus as a wallet, but it's open source, which means anyone can audit their wallet at any time and see if there's any type of bad code or anything going on or some mysterious stuff. So that may be a deal breaker if you are on the fence about a hardware wallet between the two, but overall, it does sound like both of them are the most safest wallets you can potentially get. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So, you guys are kind of talking about Ledger and Flux and whatnot, but I haven't really looked into the wallet setups and stuff, but I will be doing that soon. I got them here on hand. But let's have a look. What's going on with our good old hash rate action? Hash rate engage. 913 on Ethereum. Uh-oh. We were at 915. We were down 2 terahash. That's not very much at all, guys. Not very much. But again, we got to wait the full hour for this to update. But this does look like a real-time update here. Jazz miners are still rebooting. So we still have about 20-25 minutes until Jazz miners will be picking up online again. ETC hash rate is coming back up slowly. So we'll see what happens there. But so far, nothing has really happened at all. So looks like our ETH profits are probably not going to be coming up. Not yet anyway. It's still too soon. I'm really curious to see how these Jazz miners do perform. What's the time on your Jazz miner there? I gotta scroll up. I gotta find them. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. There he is, Patrick. Okay, you got the 520s. Patrick, what's the time on your Jazz miner? How many minutes has it been rolling? 34 terahash on ETC. Zelcore best wallet for Flux. That way you can get airdrop snapshots. That's very true, and I do believe the question has come up quite a bit on Zelcore and the nodes is that if you have Flux in a node, that counts as being part of the snapshot because you have it locked. It's through the Zelcore wallet. It all kind of plays together. The only thing I don't like, I find this really interesting, but I don't like Zelcore's fusion fees. Like, they're expensive. Right now it seems like it's very cheap to swap it around, but I had Binance Chain Flux because I bought it off crypto.com, swapped my ETH to Flux, and then I had to move it into my Zelcore wallet, and then I had to swap it over to mainnet Flux, which required very little BSC, which is your Binance Smart Chain coin. But it took like four Flux to do that. Now imagine, right now that's very cheap, 4 Flux, whatever. But you think about it, if you're only mining on a single card, that's like 4 days worth of mining just to do a swap. And if Flux hits $900, that's like over $2,000 in fees that I just paid. So that's extremely expensive in my mind. Using a whole coin of anything just to swap something, I think, is not cheap when it comes to fees. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that. It seems kind of weird. That seems very expensive to me, but it just doesn't seem like it because Flux isn't really worth that much right now. Everyone is already on ETC. Is it going up some more? Not going up? Let's see what's going on. 5.94. Hit the button. 30.94. It's coming up a little bit. Ethereum is still hanging out 913.2. Come on, do something. It's like that meme you always see, the guy poking that ETH coin with a stick. Do something. Except now we're poking the hash rate. So it doesn't look like 5 gigs was a big deal. So what happens now, though? Remember, there's a key point going on here. If we don't lose much hash rate, the devs tomorrow are going to be reevaluating all of their TTD times, everything they have implemented for the merge. Tomorrow, they're going over all the data one last time. Because if too much hash rate fell off the network due to 5 gigabytes, they're going to have to change their dates. They want to keep everything around the same date, so they're going to have to move Bellatrix around. And Bellatrix, once that's implemented on mainnet, that starts the whole merge process. It's pretty much the merge protocol that says, all right, the merge is now on track. It's on mainnet. It just has to hit this block height and it'll go through. So that's where Bellatrix is happening. That's going to decide if they're going to change the date on that, because with steady hash rate, it will take about 10 days from the release of Bellatrix to hit the TTD at a steady hash rate. A couple things can happen though after Bellatrix is released on mainnet. One, if Ethereum price starts moving up a little bit, that means more miners could come online. And if more miners come online, that makes TTD happen faster. And if it happens faster, that means the merge comes quicker. So more hash rate online after Bellatrix means merge happens faster. If, you know, crypto starts coming down, looks like we're starting to move slowly, dipping down a bit here, and hash rate starts pulling off, after, remember, they're reevaluating this based on 5 gigabytes still, but after Bellatrix, if hash rate comes off, that will extend the merge. It'll give it a delay. And how long does depend on how much hash rate falls off the network. So there's a couple key dates here. One, tomorrow, reevaluating the network the FDevs are doing. The 6th, if they're still keeping everything in place, 6th is Bellatrix. And then the 15th, 16th will be the merge day and the end of Ethereum mining. So these things we definitely got to keep an eye out for. I'll keep track of what they decide again tomorrow. But so far, right now anyway, it's not looking like the 5 gigabytes is really doing anything at all. But we got to wait for those jazz miners to come back online. Hey, there's Red Panda. What's going on? Mining pool stats, 968 terahash per second, 5 minutes before the VEG. Then 10 minutes after the DEG is showing 883. I'm following and recording like a hawk. Someone do the math. 85 terahash. How many jazz miners is that? Oh, that's crazy. But remember, Panda, they didn't actually fall off because every epoch jazz miners do reset. I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to yours or not, but every epoch they reset. So this is normal. If we look in the past, we can see these little dips on the exact days of the epochs. We can see that it's only about 6 to 8 hash rate, but there's a lot of Chinese 1050 or 1060 gigabyte GPUs that are 5 gigabytes. So they might have been a bunch of them. But let's go to mining pool stats and see what Panda's seeing. So mining pool stats. He's been following this like a hawk, so he knows what's going on. We're still waiting for jazz miners to fire up. I don't know how much time is left. Panda, do you know? We got Justin back there. He's keeping an eye on his. Mine is broken, so I can't do any real time, or I'd be able to show mine right now. But let's go to Ethereum, see what's going on here. Bam. All right, so what time do they have here? 7 days. Oh, it updates every hour. How the heck are you getting every second? I'm looking at something wrong. Panda knows the ways. I don't. But we're at 881 currently right now. Can I zoom in here? Let's try to let's get right in there. There we go. Oh my gosh. Where's my slider now? It's not moving for me. Come on, slider. Oh man, that's not working. Can we get in there? Get in there way deeper. 912. Oh, it doesn't do it up here. Oh, I can't see the full 7 day unless I go smaller. There we go. All right, so 947 hash rate sitting at 881 here. 919 network. Craziness. Anyone run those numbers that Panda gave us? Anyone running the numbers? Number guy. Where's our number guy? He's fired. Number guy's fired. Oh, crazy. What do we got? Still night. This ain't updating at all. How about ETC is still hanging out at its thing? Let's scroll down. Between 85 to 90 terahash has turned off. 85 to 90 so far. Crazy. Okay, interesting. Good to know. I need to find that. How come I can't see this on mining pool stats myself? What are you clicked on? I need a link. Someone send me a link. 947 terahash right here. Oh, I can't get right in there. Poolin went from 114 to 79. That's interesting. Very, very interesting numbers going on right now. That's crazy. That's quite a bit. And that's only jazz miners. Now think about, now the E9s are online. We didn't see too much of an increase, but we got A10s. We got a lot of 6 and 8 gigabyte, 7 gigabyte miners out there. So losing about 100 terahash now, and we still have all those other miners. We could see about 200, 300, 400 terahash worth of ASICs potentially from current hash rate. So that's around 40-45% ASIC, if rough estimate for when the merge comes in. 85 to 90 terahash is nothing new. Eth hash rate changed that much up and down literally every day. That's kind of true. Let's have a look. Like, we look back at the past month, we can see like what do we got? 934, 807. So like 100 and some right there, like every few days. 909, 804, 941, 818. So these are some pretty crazy spikes, but it's going to be interesting. Remember, a half an hour, about 35 minutes after the DAG went through, we're about halfway there, maybe almost 3/4 of the way there. The Jazz miners will begin turning back on and begin mining again. I do believe the 520 mega hash versions are most likely still going to be mining at a slight reduced hash rate. Inside the memory bank, someone did leave a comment. It's 5.2 gigabytes on the 5 gigabyte 520 mega hashes. So they may just lose hash rate. But the X41Cs, like I said, they have been losing. That's the 420 mega hash versions, losing hash rate already for a month and a half. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. You can't say that it didn't have an effect. Oh, for sure. It's definitely looking like Panda's got these numbers down. It's looking like it's definitely having an effect right now. I wish this would hurry up and update, but 2Miner seems to be slow. We're gonna have to wait for the 1 hour mark for them because they do it at 10 after all the time. Actually, what? 11:36. They're doing it at 30s now. They just updated here. 9:13, 9:12, 9:24. What is going on? 2Miners is out to lunch based on other numbers. Okay. I wish I could zoom in a lot more here. Any difficulty? These are taking some time. 2Miners takes averages. Takes forever, yeah. Mining pool stats is faster, it seems. How are you getting in there so quick, though? Or did you just go based on this hash rate right here? You're just running these numbers down? I guess I should have wrote this number down first initially as well. So you said it was 9 something before. Where are we at here? Ethermine went from 266 to 262. So yeah, 4 terahash alone on just Ethermine. Very interesting. 264. I don't see a time here. Darn it. But yeah, here we go. I guess we'll just go by this and keep hitting the refresh button. We should start seeing the hash rate picking up a little bit once these Jazz miners start coming online. F2 pool was 128 terahash, now 104. Oh my gosh, crazy. Pool went from 70 terahash something up to 91. They went opposite. How'd they get all this hash rate all of a sudden? They went from 70 to 91. That's backwards here. What's happening? Oh yeah, it's coming back up. It's come back up already. So 889. Oh yeah, 895. 895. We're up to 895. Where's Justin? Justin, are you there? What's the time limit? How long has your Jazz miner been booting for? I gotta scroll up. Give me a big fat @ button or something. Panda, do you have your Jazz miner in the dashboard? What's it at? How long until it comes back online? Oh, I wish mine wasn't broken. This sucks. Worst time ever. Hivon was 98 terahash, still 98 terahash. Nothing happened on Hivon, guys. Nothing to see here. Turn your heads. 22 minutes now. Okay, 22 minutes, guys. We got about 13 minutes until the Jazz miners are back online. 13, 14 minutes. We should set a timer. 895. 895, 895. I guess we should have been right here the whole time. Here says 18 minutes, 13 minutes to go before hashes. Yeah, 13 minutes. I guess let's take a look at how you guys are mentioning this poll. I guess we'll leave the poll here actually until the Jazz miners are back online and get an idea. But we're still sitting at 41% won't notice. 50 to 100 is at 36%. 100 to 200 is 12. 300 plus at 11. How many of you guys have voted? 431 votes. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of votes. We have 317 viewers, 102 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Smash it. About Make sure it's, odd numbers, not even. Check FlexPool statistics with Asia. FlexPool 47 terahash 3 minutes before, now 50 terahash. Oh, what? They're going up. That's crazy how this hash rate, some's going up, some are going down quite a bit. Hit a refresh button. 895.74. Still nothing crazy. Let's see if anything else is updated yet. How about you guys? You doing anything, two miners? Oh, it went down. Wow, they're lacking. They're lacking. Watch them. They'll hit like 800 by the time everything else is coming back up. ETC 31. It's coming back up. ETC is rolling up. I don't know if ETC had an epoch or not. We hit the 5 gigabyte DAG. Let's just refresh where we at now. Here we are. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. This one. 895. Still 895.74. That's all we can say now. That's all we can say. So what is it with the Jazz Miners Gigabyte? Will it still mine with the DAG at 5 gig? The one who was, we're still waiting on that to get it confirmed. Again, mine's broken, so I can't live test this, so that sucks. But Panda has one. We got Justin in there. He has one. We're about 10 minutes away on some of them in order to see if they're going to begin mining. Now, I do believe the 520 megahash versions will still be able to mine Ethereum. Probably just see a little bit of reduction because the 420 megahash versions have been seeing reductions for the past month and a half or so, and they were still on the network. So because they're so efficient, I imagine they're still probably going to be on Ethereum, but maybe the 420s, depending on how much they have actually lost, they might be heading over to ETC. But I believe all the 520s will probably still be on the Ethereum network. Pool raise difficulty on ETC, all in China. F2 pool lost like 30 terahash. That's crazy. Oh, F2 pool. I don't know if you guys have realized this. Anyone go to Reddit lately? And F2 pool under like bot accounts are advertising the crap out of their pools everywhere you go. Have you guys tried solo mining? And then they run through statistic numbers and say F2 pool does this and F2 pool is that, like the best. And there's like a whole bunch of different things on. They're really trying to bot pump that pool like crazy. It's insane. Wow, they're really coming down to some slimy things. ETC pool and hash rate increasing. Maybe open another tab to check ETC. Oh yeah, good point. Let's do that. So I'm just going to duplicate this and we'll just check out mining pool stats Ethereum Classic. Bam. We'll go back and forth. You want a little smaller? We can kind of see everything here. Let's get a little more into the area. Oh man, I gotta get too small for seal. Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust my screen for this operation. All right, let's try. That one's not good. That one's, I guess we'll go here and then I'll just kind of bring it up. There, we can kind of see everything there. Let's adjust this one. All right, we're good. All right, so we're at 917 on Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic is 31.57. Actually, hash rate here says 34.24. Everyone's staying on ETH though. Yeah, I imagine so. ETC slowly climbing. Yeah, I would imagine everyone that can still mine ETH will most likely still be on Ethereum. Just makes more sense. Remember, mine whatever pays you the most, whatever's the most profitable. And if you really want a different coin, you can just swap to it. We get that quite a bit where some people were like, should I move to Flux from Ethereum, even though Ethereum's set to leave? Well, if Ethereum, depending on your hardware, is more profitable, then just keep mining Ethereum and then just convert that into Flux and hold that Flux for potential gains instead. If you're on the fence on something like that, always just try to mine the most profitable and then just move it to whatever you think will be the biggest explosion. 170,000 Jazz miners. That is a lot. That's crazy. So yeah, it makes sense. Let's see here. 170 times, what are they? About 580 mega hash. That's 98,600 mega hash. 98,600 mega hash. So that's actually, I'm going to bring up my hash rate converter here. Hash rate converter, mega hash. So if we go 98,600 mega hash. So that's about 98.6 gigahash or 0.0986 terahash. You guys can't see that now, so I adjust my screen again. So many different things. So that's about So 170, yeah, that's right. 170 times 580 mega hash. Oh, wait, you said 170K. Never mind. That was way out to lunch. 170 is way out. 170,000 times 580. Yeah, that's 98.6 million mega hash. All right, let's redo these numbers, guys. 98.6 million. That is 98.6 terahash worth of hash rate if there's 170,000 Jazz miners on the network. That's 98.6 gigahash. Yeah, not mega hash. And then you can see how it works down. There's 0.09 petahash. Yeah, that's crazy. That is a lot of hash rate if there's, around that. But no, we don't know how many of the 5 gigabyte GPUs from China there were, those 1060s or whatever they are. That's insane, though. Imagine if there's that many Jazz miners. Like, think about that. 98.6 terahash in just Jazz miners. If that's the case, we'll see what happens when the hash rate comes back online. But picture 98.6 terahash moving over to Ethereum Classic alone, just in Jazz miners. That's over double of what ATC currently has on the entire network in only Jazz miners. That's insane. And plus, we have a whole bunch of other ASICs that will be moving once the merge happens. We're going to have probably around 350 terahash hanging out on ETC in the form of only ASICs potentially. That'd be crazy. Absolutely crazy, which does work out to what we previously thought. If there's about 300 terahash of ASICs on ETC, that works out at the peak at 1.1 petahash or 1.3, about 30-35% of ASICs, because, we're thinking about 80%, 75 to 80% were GPUs. 300 terahash from there is about, what's that, 25-30% or something? Actually, that's 30% of 1 petahash. We're at 1.3. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but rough numbers is it's kind of looking like that's what it may have always been the whole time. A massive amount of GPUs on Ethereum. All right, let's see what are they saying here. Where is mining pool stats? Right here. Refresh. Change my screen. 921 on Ethereum. Ethereum Classic, 34.23 hash rate. 881, 921. See, I don't know what's going on here completely. Like, here's your hash rate, and then there's the network. Does this have the network? Why is the network lower than the hash rate? That's crazy. Crazy. eBay is full of ASIC soon. Yeah, it's hard to say. How many of these miners though have, like, are they farms? How many only have 2 cents power? How many are mining off solar or wind power? We don't know what's going on in the background of a lot of these miners. They may have cheap power and they don't really care what happens because they'll most likely be profitable because they don't have that expense of paying for power. So we don't know. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a battle of efficiency and a battle of who has the cheapest power. Oh, crazy. ETC goes up, payouts go down, so it works out. 32 minutes run. 32 minutes. Oh, 2 more minutes. 1 or 2 more minutes. Jazz miners should start picking up on the network. Pandas is about 5-8 minutes behind. So some went off at different times by the sounds of things. But overall, about 15-20 more minutes, we should have all the Jazz miner hash rate back, in theory. Don't think of the power cost issues today. It has been 0.000143 USD per kilowatt hour. What? That's what you pay? Balls mining for people. You have a power price of 0.000143 USD per kilowatt hour, like under a cent. That is absolutely insane. If I had under 1 cent power, I wouldn't care less how much hash rate comes in. Everything will most likely be profitable at that point. So there's no worries on your end if that's what you're paying. That's insane. Jeepman LS1, thank you very much for the US $4.99. Hey, love the show. What's the best GPU to mine Flux, and can I do it with my CPU? No, you cannot mine Flux with a CPU. Well, you probably can, but it's probably going to be very bad at it. But I have mined Bitcoin, I have mined Ethereum and other things with my CPU just playing around. I have done it. It's possible. It's just not very good at it. Hardly any hash rate, and it uses quite a bit of power for what you get. As for the best GPU for Flux, Panda might have to confirm this because I don't have any. But I believe he tested a bunch of stuff, and it sounds like the 2080 Ti. Is that sound about right? So 2080 Ti, like one of the OG ultimate Flux GPUs still? Anyone confirm on that? But I think you have to go with the 2000 series anyway. Seem to be the best based from what I've been seeing. 2080 Ti, there you go, Flux. Oliver is saying that. Samsung memory 2080 Ti. So you can make an ad. I'm looking for Samsung memory 2080 Ti only. Thank you. 2080 Ti, TechMat is saying it's a Flux monster. So there you go. 2080 Ti seems to be the answer. But again, it's hard to say. I don't know if I go out and just get one certain GPU for one coin. I would try to be more versatility as possible, but you never know. Flux explodes. You got the best GPU for it. Are the 2000 series good for Flux? The 2000 series are pretty good. Let me check. Are you talking like a 2000 or are you talking about like the 2000 series? We just said that like the 2080 Ti, which seems to be very good. Smash the like for RabidMining. Yeah, smash them likes, guys. 2080 Ti is good on Conflux too. Yes, Corny, or I can't. Is that Corny? Yeah, Corny. It is good for Conflux, but remember earlier in the stream, if you weren't here, I did mention Conflux may be forking to Ethash, and if they do that, they're gonna be forking to ASIC influx, which means I would not be mining that on a GPU. You're competing with all these ASICs as well. Okay, so Jazz Miner should be coming online here, guys. 922. Ethereum Classic, what do we got going on here? 31. It went down a little bit. What? 2060 and 2070 supers are fine. Good morning, mining. Hey, Golden Wolf, what's happening? 2080 Ti for best everything. Yeah, 6060 series are also Turing, also good at Flux, but yeah, all Turing cards are darn good at Flux. So yeah, Turing cards are your Flux monsters. You started buying GPUs for Flux a couple months ago when people were saying don't buy GPUs. I was buying GPUs for Flux ahead of time. That's one way to go about it. I really think a lot of these hardware costs are going to be coming down quite a bit more here soon, but we'll see what happens. That's not a fork. They're going to fork state or something. 50 minutes after ETC, USD 39.69, Ethereum Classic 39.88. What's Conflux DAG at right now? I don't know what the DAG is, and that's still a question I'm waiting to hear back from their dev, is if they do fork to Ethash, what are they going to start the DAG at? And they are not sure on that yet. It'd be interesting. What if they start off at 2 gigabytes? That means that opens up the floodgates to all this hardware that just fell off Ethereum. Opens up the hardware that could potentially fall off ETC later on in a few years because they did drop their DAG, and then obviously they can revert back. It's almost like if they do that, they'll just be recycling old hardware over and over and over again. Kind of crazy. You pay 12 cents per kilowatt hour Canadian. Nice. I'm locked in at 6.8 cents, 6 cent power. But with my distribution fees, transmission charges and everything, and how much power I use, it's been around 16 cents. It's absolutely insane. The third-party fees cost more than what my power is, and it's insane. We're just getting gouged here. It sucks. Got to move, or build a massive solar farm somehow. Should we buy ETC before the rush of all that hash? I don't know. I'm not a trader. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I can't even guarantee this, but I do think 2025 is when we're really going to see the next bull run. The explosion's happening, but up until then, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, and who knows? But prices will go up. When to buy, sell, all that stuff, I don't know. Yeah, you do your own research, guys, not financial advice. But let's do a refresh here and see what's going on. Justin, your Jazz Miner should be online now, correct, Amundo? Is it rocking? 917. We're not seeing too much come back yet. What's happening? Are the Jazz Miners dead? Are they not coming back? But if they were, we should see. Oh, everyone might have been waiting. Now, we might have to wait an additional half an hour because if they did fall off of Ethereum, they got to reboot onto Ethereum Classic, which takes about 23 minutes, 22. It's about 10 minutes faster. Probably do because the DAG size is slower. We'll see what happens. Justin answer. Already up for 7 minutes. Okay, Tom Knockhart has been up for 7 minutes. Okay, so Jazz Miners are online. What's potential hash rate looking at? Like, I know it's going to take a full 24 hours to get an average, but what's your current kind of looking like right now? The one who was. I can't spell to save my life. Oh, that's insane. Read the chat. You had it up there. You said, did I lose it? Did I miss it? Oh, right there. I see it. Okay. 37 minutes, 39 connected, 559 megahash, 559, 0%, nothing rejected. Okay. So 559. Interesting. So that's around normal numbers. Well, it does see around 650 at some current sometimes. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye. Again, we need the full 24 hours. We won't know any of that till tomorrow sometime. But 533, 533.46. Yeah, it's so if it lost any hash rate, it's not very much. The Jazz miners seem to be online mining Ethereum just fine. Now let's just wait for all the other ones to kind of reflect on the network here. 32, 34, 917. Overall, we did see some dips and crawls, but the hash rate, okay, where are we at here? 911, 916. Like, yeah, so it looks like the 5 gig is not really an issue at all. Looks like nothing really happened after everything is firing back up. Your Jazz miner is working, is back on, mining 600 megahash. There we go. So, yeah, 5.2 working in the 520 megahash versions seem to be just fine. Yours is the 520, right? X41U Panda. Do you have the C? I thought you also had the 420 version, or do you only have the 520? I'm not sure. I'm curious how those 420s are doing now, because they were losing hash rate, but it looks like the 520s are good to go. Nothing happened there. Nothing to see here. Thank you for buying us. We're still efficient. We're mining ETH to the bitter end. Only the 520? Okay, interesting. I wonder if anybody out there have a 420. You know what? Let me check something out here. Where is it? I'm going to check out a certain chat. We might be able to get some inside stuff here. We'll see. I don't know for sure. It's not loading. Still not loading. There it is. All right, let's go over here. I'm going to come into here. Delete this one because that's a scam message. All right, checking out. Yep, we'll see. I'm curious. All right, so I'm in the Jazz Miner community here, and I just want to see what any 420 mega hash versions out there. So this is a Jazz Miner community. Everybody with Jazz Miners has it. And you can see if there's any 420 mega hash versions out there and if they are losing hash rate. All right, any hash rate losses? Still mining. I guess we'll just wait for someone to answer. F2 pool now having hash rate rise like a mofo. Oh yeah, like a mofo. Are they? Where are they at? Oh, so they're sitting at 107. Let's just keep spamming the refresh on those guys. 107, 107, 107, 918, 896, ETC, 3234. Oh, it just updated right when I hit refresh. It does it on its own. I don't even have to pay attention. Don't have to hit refresh. It does it. The fact that it is 5.2 gigabyte is not a situation to be happy about. This process will take 4 more months at most. That's okay though, but remember, we only have 1 month left, not even, of mining Ethereum. So, you know, if the Jazz miners are still online for another 3 to 4 months because they have 5.2, you know, they're gonna mine ETH to the end. The merge is happening in like 3.5 weeks. So it's on to ETC. And if they have 5.2, let's go to the DEG size. What will 5.2 actually give them on ETC? So if we go to Ethereum Classic, and now we've seen they can go past that 5 gig, so we can guess 5.2. They're good till June of 27th of 2029. So the Jazz miners got a lot of Ethereum Classic life left in them, unless, you know, they explode on you or something, then, you know, they won't. But if they run, you know, top notch up until 2029, getting your money's worth out of them, especially if ETC decides to pump. And I guess depending on the hash rate, that does come in as well. But yeah, Jazz miners look like they're good to the bitter end. They are living large, making bank. Efficiency. Use control F5 when you want new data. Clears recent cache. All right, control F5. Bam. Engage. What are we at? 921. I didn't even look at the numbers. Hopefully someone else out there did. Alt F4 clears it all. All right, let's Alt F4 this unit. Just kidding. We're not doing that. Should you mine ETC after the merge in Canada? Was it good to not buy the Ipollo V1 Mini Classic Plus when it was cheap? You should mine anything you can. It's all going to come down to power price and efficiency. Obviously, the Ipollo Mini miners, the Jazz miners, they have a way higher chance of making a profit on Ethereum Classic than any GPU does. Like, unless, you know, someone has free power, they don't care what they're running at that point, and they can mine whatever they want and not care. But, you know, it comes down to power price, comes down to efficiency on your equipment, and you're going to want to use the least amount of power possible with the highest amount of hash rate that you can get. ETC dump. What is this? CTN services. ETC dump. They're dumping? What? They're losing? Let's see. Or is the price crashing now? Or are you just spamming stuff? 33.53, 921. Craziness. So, nothing. What are we at? What did we start with for hash rate? I don't even remember now. We started with on two miners at about 915 on two miners. We're ahead, so we're up. According to two miners, we gained hash rate instead of losing hash rate due to the 5 gigabyte DAG. So I guess in theory, we could say all the original merge dates are on schedule, on track. They're probably not going to change anything. Again, they will reevaluate that tomorrow, but nothing. Doesn't look like anything really happened, at least the two miners. On here, I don't know what our initial numbers are. If Panda is still out there, what were the initial numbers before the 5 gig? Are we back to normal, or at the, I don't know where that was. We have to like scroll way up there. I don't know what his original numbers were. Why would Jazz miners fall off at 5 gigabytes if the DAG is 5 gigabytes? Wouldn't it stop working at the next epoch, like 5.08? It won't have enough room to load the DAG in general if it's 5. Remember, you have a working memory size, and you have a full memory size. And it looks like the 520s have 5.2 full, but a 5 gigabyte working, which means they can still load the DAG size after 5 gigabytes, but they're not going to be able to load the complete thing, and it's not going to hash at its full capability. Kind of like what we saw with 4 gigabyte cards. We had zombie modes and everything implemented, and we were still able to load it and mine, but we couldn't do it at full hash rate because we're going into the system memory on loading that DAG. So we're losing a bit there. But so that's pretty much what's going on here. But so far, it seems like everything is no biggie, no big deal. Everything's all good. That's pretty much what's happening here. It's also showing and accounting for all the rental hash rate too on two miners. All the rentals. Okay, what do we got? Any hash rate losses? By the way, you can still overclock it to 250 megahertz by editing. What? Whoa! What is this? Panda, do you see this? I don't know about this. Did you do this? You could crank these things up more. 250 megahertz on the Jazz miner by editing the HTML. I was not aware of this situation, but you can crank these things up even higher. Are you still there, Panda? Panda? Hello? Just kidding. But okay, I was not aware about this, but that's cool. That's interesting. I don't know. It might break something. Obviously, that's against regulations on terms of warranties, but it looks like this guy here says you can overclock it. What's the high one now? 125. So you have 100. You have, what is it, 75 or 100, and you can go up to 125, 150. And this guy's like doubling that. That's insane. This thing already do 1 giga hash by itself. Wow. Yeah, I've got one. No loss in ETC. Okay, we're not pointing fingers at anyone, but he says no loss in ETC hash rate. This DAG has nothing to do with Ethereum Classic, guys, just in case, you know, when you guys are wondering. The 420 was only doing 120 mega hash on ETH as of last week, so he changed to ETC. So the 420 was down to 120 mega hash last week. Interesting. He already switched to ETC today. Can you actually overclock about 8 seats? So no one, it looks like everyone that was losing hash rate, which makes sense. If you're down to 120 mega hash on Ethereum, you probably are more profitable in ETC, running it back to its 420 to 460 range. And yeah, so I don't blame these guys for switching to ETs. It looks like the 420s are probably on ETH Classic right now, but the 520s look to be live, rocking on Ethereum still. Beetlejuice, BDDE, you're kidding, right? What BDE is? ETC 5.05 gigabyte DAG size. It just hit 5 right now. The next epoch will be a little higher. So actually, let's go look at that. DAG size, ETH. So let's just look at epoch 513. Will be 5.008. Zoom in for you guys. And that will happen on August 22nd at about 3:59 in the morning. So this will happen in the morning. I'll be in bed. Hopefully my Jazz miner's working by then. But all Jazz miners will reboot once again on August 22nd. And that's when it'll hit 5.008. Next epoch. Let's just do another run through of all these guys here. Where are we at? 919, 919, 919, 905. ETC is okay. Alt F5 it. Boom. Didn't work. It's broken. Guy or Control F5. There we go. It's not Alt F5. 36, 912. So looks like we gained hash rate. The 5 gigabyte DAG comes in and we increase our hash rate. We didn't lose anything by the looks of things. So there we go. Is that the final verdict? We didn't lose anything. So let's take a look at our poll and what we got going on here. 42% won't notice. So I guess everyone, 42% of you guys were right. We didn't notice anything. We gained hash rate of anything, which is weird. And all that. So we're going to end this poll right here. Bam. Craziness. Crazy. 1 volts. That's the biggest live stream poll we've had yet. The price is going down from ETH. The price is going down. ETH is tanking. Yeah, that's right. Actually, it's been going down all day a little bit, hasn't it? I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably wrong. Have to run to work. Thanks for your live chat, Rabid. Hey, no problem. Thank you for joining. Be sure to subscribe, guys. I do try to live stream every weekend, and we just talk about fun stuff like this. What's the difference between Monero and Monero Ocean? So Pearl Rival, Monero Ocean, we can run to it right now and actually give you a quick idea on that situation. So here's Monero Ocean. We're just gonna click on home coins. So can you guys see this? All right, I'll get a little, not that one, this one, kinda. You can kind of see that. So Monero Ocean, they have a bunch of pools on all these other coins here, different algorithms, and it mines all these other coins, and it does a test bench. It kind of tests your GPUs, it tests your CPUs, see how the hash rate hashes on all these different coins and algorithms, and then you mine those. It profit switches you around, but it only pays you out in XMR, which is why it's called Monero Ocean. So it's an ocean of coins that you mine, but your payouts come out in XMR. So if you're trying to get a bunch of Monero or something and try to remain on top as profitable as you can, then this would be the way to do it. It just swaps everything to XMR for you. So that's what Monero Ocean is. And straight Monero is obviously you're only mining Monero. And this is a whole bunch of coins, but you get that Monero payout. So that's what that is. There's also a Raptorium Ocean going around now. It's recently came out. For a lot of you CPU miners out there. So you can mine pretty much like that. They have various coins like Ethereum Classic and stuff on it. But you mine whatever and you get paid out in Raptorium. So there's a few different profit switching type of things starting to slowly make its way out into the world right now. What do we got here? Wow, ETC 36.3 now. Let's go back to ETC 30. Yeah, everything went up, guys. This did nothing. This did not drop any hash rate anywhere. We are now gaining hash rate than what we previously had. So that's insane. Raptor Ocean for the win. There you go, Squirm. He must be on it. Higgy, cheers. So it's not done yet. Hold on. Is it 5 gigabytes or 5 megabytes? We might see something. We would have seen something right at the 5 gig if something couldn't mine it. So like we looked at that Telegram chat of the Jazz miners. Looks like all the 420 mega hash versions are on Ethereum Classic currently. Most of them anyway. Maybe someone's still on ETH, but it's not hashing very well. But the 520 mega hash Jazz miners, they are still seem to be pulling away Ethereum without any issues currently. The price is down from ETH. Ethereum price is coming down. I believe everything's kind of coming down. Let's just whip on over to the website. This is RabidMining.com if you ever want to check it out. I do have all the latest firmwares. Speaking of firmwares, let's go to crypto mining hardware right here. I do have the latest Jazz miners. So we go to ASICs. We click on ASICs. New Ipollo firmware just came out the other day right here. I do have the link to it. It's not officially released on their website. You have to get it from their chat support, or you can come to my website and download it here. But 0.69.89. It works on all the ETC Mini, ETC Mini Plus, and the V1 ETH miner, which is the gold one. So if you do need the latest firmware, be sure to come on over here and check it out. But where we're looking at prices, not going about all this. Let's just have a look here. USD prices. ETH is down 2%. We got BTC's down 1.7. It looks like, well, the whole market in general seems to be coming down. So usually when this is happening, it's kind of funny. I look at blog posts, you know, Cointelegraph or, you know, NBC. They like to talk about crypto sometimes and have no clue. But, you know, it's like the merge is coming up, ETH is up this, or this is happening, ETH is down there. But, you know, they're talking when Bitcoin's going up also, or Bitcoin's going down. So it doesn't matter, I don't think, what's going on these networks. If Bitcoin's on the way up or on the way down, these other coins are going to follow it. So saying, oh, ETH is doing this because of this doesn't make any sense to me. It, you know, it will help it move up and down closer to, you know, that Bitcoin dominance thing. But I don't think any of these things coming into play right now will take effect until, you know, the next bull run. That's when we could see the Raven coin recently had a halving, ergo reduction of rewards and its block emissions. All this stuff will come into play the next bull run when everything starts exploding again. And that's when we'll see some, you know, new all-time highs across these other polls. If you're unfamiliar, Litecoin in under a year is going to be halving as well. So if you got an L7, L3 plus, those type of miners, your block rewards will be cut in half as well moving into next year. So these are other things. We might be able to see some nice cheap L7s coming onto the market sometime towards the end of next year. So just some little dates there that it's nice to keep an eye on and see what's kind of going on. Refresh. What do we got? All right. 920. Let's try the control F5. 923. Still the same thing. We are up, guys. We are up on hash rate. Didn't lose a single thing. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see what's going on with two miners. 919. 919. 31. 32. So yeah. That's probably the verdict. We gained hash rate, guys. We didn't lose nothing. This 5 gigabytes didn't do. Oh, hold on. I need my button. This 5 gigabyte stuff didn't do. Yeah, that. We want ETH to drop in price so more miners turn off their rigs, let it rise post-merge. Hey, if that happens, that means, yes, the merge will be extended if enough hash rate falls off. But at the same time, they're always, everyone's laughing at that. What's your opinion on the FW fork? Well, we got to wait for them to actually do it if they are. I really think it's kind of scammy. My whole 2 cents is right here. Ethereum plus Forky equals this guy, Tron Man. He's a little scammy. So I did do this. That's my few take on it. But regardless, like they have their, what is it, Polatrix or whatever that exchange is. They're using their momentum as being the first exchange to ever list Ethereum to be the first exchange to ever list this new fork. And they're teamed up with this Tron guy who has some sketchy stuff going on throughout everything he does. So, you know, and they're, you know, they have this already set up and you can send them your ETH, guys, and you can get the ETH fork token and replace. So would I do that? Hell no, I wouldn't do that. And it's already lost like 50 or 60% since the first release. It's already lost like a ton of its value. So I don't know what's going on there. All the polls are showing stay away from it. Now, if they start mining it, obviously they fork, it becomes proof of work. We get those coins for free. We're not sending them money. So if we mine it and it's worth something, then awesome. That'll be great. So I would highly urge everyone to wait until it actually forks, if they even decide to fork, and then mine it and see what happens. That's pretty much the only thing we can go about it at this point. But I would not recommend anybody to send them any money at all in order to hopefully get their coins, because that just seems like a sketch. Like, here, buy my coin. We don't have a network yet, but we will soon. Like, that doesn't sound very good in my eyes. So that's my 2 cents on that whole thing. Look at your Discord general. Jingle Mining's own Jazz Miner is dead on Ethereum from their own pool observer link. That is very interesting. Really? What? Do they not? We just see, I don't know, but we have confirmation it's all working everywhere. So let's bring this up and have a look. Poolin, Jazz Miner. Where is it? I'm in general chat. I'm in Discord. If you are not in the Discord, guys, link in the description. Join the Discord. We go through all sorts of cool stuff. But where Poolin, better BTC? I don't see the link to any official Jazz Miner thing. Where is it? Jazz Miner is dying in our eyes. Look at your Discord general chat. Forget an Eth fork. Let's do an Eth spoon. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spoon it. I don't. Jingle Mining's own in-house Jazz Miner dead on Ethereum. When did this come out? That's interesting. I'm very curious to know where this is coming from. T Swift. Hey. Are they talking about the epoch? Like, has it updated? Because remember, we said it's every epoch, but this is Jingle Mining. They should know this. Pretty sure they know this. Jazz Miners came back on Jazz Miner X4 1U pool observer link. Now I can't stream this, or I'll get in trouble. So I can't click on. Oh, wait, that's from Jingle Mining. I wonder if I'll get in trouble. Oh, this is probably the epoch. I bet you the epoch happened. It died. Like I said, we're going to reboot. And then, you know what? Let's check it out. We have to look at it, right? Let's look. Where's my headphones so I can hear what's happening here? All right, here's this. Desktop audio is up. That's it. Live. What? It's screaming. That means it ramped back up. Oh, they're live streaming right now. That's what this was. Live? Started streaming 8 hours ago. 4 days, 9. What? When was this? Okay, clicking. When does it die? Trying to find the dying point here. I'm guessing it's just the epoch it happened. It rebooted itself, just like what we were saying throughout the stream, and then now it's back online. But we got to find the point. I don't know where it is. So you know what? Cancel that. It's okay. We know what's going on. They're not dead. They're not dead, guys. Okay. Poolin, one of my what? Can you link the Discord? Check their pushing link. Can I link the Discord? Yeah, hold on. Let me just try to. I'll find the link for you. Rabid's Discord, where are you? Right here. Copy. Yeah, there's my Discord link if you guys want to join up and hang out and do all that fun, cool stuff with us. You off of Ethna? Shoot, man, I'm happy to be doing 2.04 BTC a day. Check their pool and link in the description. It's a live stream. Interesting. Very interesting. Check the Jingle Mining pool and observer link from that video. Oh, observer link from that video. So in the description, they have an observer link. Oh, we're on the wrong thing now. Hope I don't get in trouble for playing this on a live stream now. Pool observer link. All right, we're checking it out. No, I don't want to. Oh man, all legal risks and liabilities of them hacking me. They made me click on that. You see that? Poolin made me click on that, saying it's okay if we hack you. Please click this box so you can't look at nothing. I don't know if that's what they're doing. Okay. Is it still dead? 1 hour, 1 day. Active miner. This one's connected. How many jazz miners they got rocking here? 1 inactive, 0 active. All right. Interesting. So they're saying theirs is dead. But make this bigger so you guys can see everything. So yeah, right here, look, theirs is still offline. When did it go offline? How long ago? Has it been the 25 minutes? 10, 11, 12. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting that theirs is dead and no one else's is. Does the Ipollo add any new ETH coins on the new firmware? No, I am actually, you know what? I don't know. Allegedly, it gets a little more hash rate again. Some people said the new firmware also helps with their temperatures. It's a little lower, which means it's not throttling at certain temperatures anymore. And it's still reporting the reported. If you were still on an older version, it reports the hash rate now. What else does it do now? I can't remember what exactly it also did, but I still have to test power consumptions and everything. I do want to know how much power it's using. I will probably test that today or tomorrow across all three of mine and see how well the firmware is actually doing. But people are saying you are getting an increase in hash rate on them. So that's about all I really know. As for other coins yet, I still don't know. And I have not tested any of the other Ethash coins. I don't even have wallets for the other Ethash coins. I got to get wallets and then try them all out to see if we can mine them, because we need to see how many coins we do have options for once Ethereum is totally gone. Difficulty is up in the deck. Oh, crazy. Click on there. We went through all that. All right. So are there any other questions, guys? We pretty much figured out that. Hey, no, let's just do one more check here. Let's do another check here just so we know. 920 terahash, 916. Okay. All right, another one. 35. So yeah. I don't even know. Final thoughts, guys, is the 5 gigabytes kicked in and we have more hash rate than ever on the networks. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it did nothing. The answer to the 5 gigabyte DAG is it did nothing at all. Oh, craziness. Hey, how to survive €4. Oh my gosh, €4 per kilowatt hour. You're seriously paying $4 in euros per kilowatt? That is insane. You can't. I don't think there's any chance to survive that unless you get Bitcoin miners and hit a lot of solo blocks, which is highly unlikely, but that might be the only way. I don't know. That's insane. Whatever miners you have, I'd hold on, wait for everything to settle down everywhere, and hopefully the power prices come down. Your Jazz miner is still hashing 500 plus now on ETH. I think those reports are delayed. Solar panels. Yeah, I think they're delayed too. I don't really know, but it looks like hash rate has not been affected. So there we go, guys. That's how we are, I guess, going to wrap this one up. It's been fun and awesome. Be sure to subscribe and everything if you're not yet a channel subscriber. We found out that the DAG did absolutely nothing. We are still totally hashing away full hash rate on at least the 520 megahash version. So thank you everyone for showing up for this live stream. I will see you all in the next one. Rabid out.